Greetings and welcome to this week's magical message. I pray you all had an amazing weekend, and like every week, I hope that the week ahead is quite wonderful for you as well. So, we're going to go ahead and get straight into the reading, and the overview for this week is around family. We have the 10 of baskets, and this really is about the collective coming together. On the light side, this is celebration, this is about unity, mending of relationships, attraction of a lot of close relationships. So you may connect this week with family members, especially family members that you may not have seen in a while. I feel like, this week is going to kind of bring some pieces together that have you've been wanting to come together for a while. But this is not just limited to family. This is, this is relationships, period, as well. Any close, intimate relationship. But those kind of relationships, those kind of experiences, and this could even be finances. This could be finances, but it's tied to something that you're extremely passionate about, something that really drives you. But we're going to see a lot about family this week, a lot about friends and family reconnecting and connecting, coming together, celebrating, and really being in a space of gratitude. It feels like it's going to be a thing of you just kind of naturally being in a space of gratitude for just the way that things come together this week. Not again, of course, everything has its shadow, but the energy that's coming up the most is a feeling of gratitude. So it tells me that overall, we're looking at really positive energies this week. Now, moving into the beginning of this week, we're really being asked with Railroad Bill to push forward, to put more energy into whatever it is that we're doing. And not necessarily in terms of hard work, but this could maybe more so be around not allowing others or your mind or your fears, those kind of things to get in the way. And so you're really going to have to push through and really dig in deep into your reason why, into what it is that you're doing and why it's important so that you can push through and really kind of overcome any obstacles that may, present themselves. And again, this doesn't even mean that there has to be obstacles that present themselves, but it does mean that this week you're going to get the most out of this energy when you are really pushing forward and not allowing anything to get in your way, not allowing anything to stop you, and allowing anything that no longer works with you moving forward to go ahead and just fade on out. So that's going to be important with the beginning of the week. Now, when we get into the middle of the week, we have the Ace of Knives, and this card really brings about an energy of new thought and clarity, really allowing yourself to come to what feels to be a very peaceful space of this is where you are, this is what you're doing, this is what it is, whatever that is, positive, negative, however it is that you're experiencing it. But you come to this new space, and you also, it feels like you have direction that you get as well. So if you are, wanting to move forward with some things, or just, maybe you've just come into some new spaces in your life, right? You've had some accomplishments, you've had some new things going on, and you're really looking to get clear on what's to come, or more of what's to come, right? Because you're probably not going to see everything, but you're going to have more clarity, right? And of course, especially if it's something good, you don't necessarily want to see everything because that's going to ruin it. But if you're experiencing something that's more on the negative end, you're going to have more clarity around it. Now, it's still going to require you to do the work, because this also has an energy of, that 7. This is a 7 year, and it really is asking you to look at yourself. And so if you're experiencing more shadow energies, then you're needing to go inward and really look at self and really allow yourself to reconnect and ground and then move forward from that space, because this week especially, we're going to have the opportunity to really break through some self barriers, some obstacles that we put up ourselves, especially mentally, and just in our values and our courage and our willingness to stand firm in what it is that we're doing, what it is that we believe, and not allowing ourselves to kind of get washed up with other stuff. So moving into the end of the week, we are going to be in this more introspective space with Dr. Grant. This is, solitude is like the hermit. With this energy, we're being asked to really reflect on how it is that we got where it is that we are, all the pieces, really pay attention to the details. Don't just, be in the moment, but be in the details of the moment, right? Really appreciate, the wind that blew past just at the right time, and the wind chimes that sound really beautiful in the distance that actually kind of added to this intimate feel, right? Really pay attention to those details, and to how things came to be what they are, so that you can really honor the fullness of everything that's manifesting in your life. And that goes for regardless to whether this is negative or positive. Even if we're talking about something that's manifested that's more shadow, that's you still honor it by recognizing it, and by recognizing, allowing yourself to see the work that has to go into whatever it is, so that you can shift that energy. That's still honoring that energy without pushing it away, shoving it away, telling yourself, that's not good, that's not, don't even go into that space, right? Because when we push those things away, those are shadows that are appearing to us for a reason. And if we're not dealing with them, they don't go away. We're just not dealing with them. So even if this is something that's more on the shadow end, it's still something to honor. And so regardless, be in a space where you are the open and willing and flowing student, and you are open to the universe showing you yourself and showing you how it is that you need to move and maneuver. And that's part of what you're going to get at the end of the week. So really just kind of be in a space of peace and calmness. Make sure that you are respecting the boundaries that are required, to be in that kind of space. And be in a space of gratitude. Spend time again with your loved ones and your family, and celebrate with your friends, and really just have a good time this week. And allow yourself to fall into the love and the overflow of abundance that is available, and that is in the opportunities that we're going to see coming up this week, to shift our mind and to connect and to get clarity and to shift our perspectives, and and to be with ourselves. So make sure that we're paying attention to the details, because the magic is in the details. The magic is what really brings that wonderful romance into whatever the situation is. And so allow yourself to be swept off your feet this week. Okay. Alrighty, y'all. So we will touch bases again next week. Thank you all for tuning in. If you have not, check out the newest episode of Just a Sip, where me and Ashe Marie, my co-host, we are basically just kind of sharing with you different pieces of conversation that we just happen to have. We always found ourselves just in the midst of really deep conversation, just randomly. And we always would say, oh, we should record it. And we finally, we finally did it. And, it's just pieces of conversation that I feel are really important, that we feel are really important. And, sometimes we don't necessarily get enough of it. And so definitely check that out. Definitely subscribe and like, and leave us a comment if you're vibing with it, if it's if it's really resonating with you, and if you'd like to reach out to us, that information is there. And if you would like to reach out to me in regards to this reading, or maybe you'd like to book a reading, definitely reach out to me. My information is down below. Thank you all for listening, and we'll talk again next week. Bye.